Welcome to the OpenSchool ePortfolio Introduction. Take a look at those students. They look engaged, don't they? They're all quietly working. Perhaps they're creating something to upload into the OpenSchool ePortfolio. We're going to be talking about digital portfolios. Digital portfolios encourage higher order thinking skills. We've often called these types of things performance assessments. You give a student an assignment, you give them some resources, and then you give them some time to read and learn and then respond. Digital portfolios encourage engagement. Students are given an assignment, but they have some leeway as to how they're going to express themselves. This kind of work encourages ownership. There's a lot of self-evaluation going on as these assignments are constructed, wondering if there are ways that it can be improved or if it could be rearranged. Excellence is promoted because students who have ownership in something, are engaged in it, and are using self-evaluation are more likely to create the best of what they can do. Digital portfolios support all learning styles. Perhaps you have a student that you've had trouble reaching or getting what you know they can do to come out. This might be one wonderful way to do that. We're going to be talking some about how OpenSchool ePortfolios allow students to collaborate with one another. It's what we've always called peer tutoring. We're going to go from this. You see that notebook full of papers. You know those notebooks that get all dusty on the shelf that you pass out, and then you have to have rubrics to go with them and papers to comment on, and you meet in conference with students, and then you've got to collect them all and put them back on the shelf. We're going to go from this to this, a streamlined way to gather all of those assignments and then be able to make comments and grade the students' work with rubrics without having to lift a pen. As I said before, digital portfolios are not new. We've called them performance assessments. Now we're going to take it into a technological turn. Remember, technology is not the end. Nothing can take the place of a teacher's instructional design and the lessons that they create. But this is a great way to let students do the best of what they can do and then be able to share it with you. Digital portfolios, you give them an assignment and they have some time to reflect on it, and then they're going to take the content and things they've learned from resources and they're going to organize those, and they're going to come to you with questions. And they can also go to fellow students and ask questions and get feedback. And then after they've gotten some feedback, there's going to be some revision. In ePortfolio, OpenSchool ePortfolio, the students will be able to share rubrics and assist each other so that they may end up back here reflecting again about their work, reorganizing, and then moving along through all of this socialization, so that by the time that you collect their work, it's going to be the very best that they can do. In the past, performance assessments have been things like this that we've put outside on the wall, collected. They were difficult to grade, and took quite a while to grade, and they didn't fit in files. And let's face it, a lot of times the students did these at home and then brought them to school. Well, as school begins again, day one, there we are, a wonderfully tidy work environment. And by day 2, things are beginning to look a bit like this. You see all those papers? Those are things that could be uploaded into a digital portfolio. And then we've got some things hanging up here that all it would take would be a good camera shot. Those things could be uploaded into the digital portfolio as well. I know what you're thinking. One more thing. Why do we have to do it differently? Wasn't the way we were doing it just fine? Well, I think that you're going to find that this is going to free up some of your time because it's going to streamline what you are already doing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking some of these files, not all of them. We can't get rid of all paperwork, but you're going to be taking some of these files and you're going to be streamlining the process. All right, here is the website. This is what the page looks like when you access this website. You might see all of your students' little faces here. You can upload their pictures. You see on the left hand all the projects that you have open, and then you can kind of see what students are working on, and you see from these little comment bubbles the comments that are being made, paperwork, pictures, videos, audios, and attachments. On the right you can see who's finished and who is still working. Alright, now this is a snapshot of one student's page, and you can see up here there's a teacher-directed side and the self-directed side, because when the student comes on to their page, they're going to see something a little bit different than what you see. Now this is where we really get down to brass tacks. You can see from in the back where the butterfly life cycle is, that's a project that's been created. Now it could be a project that you've created as grade level. You may have taken turns and each teacher's submitted something, or you could use the community through OpenSchool, where teachers from all over have let their lessons be available to other teachers. If you'll notice back here, you see that is a standard that's been put into the project. And here we are. There are some more of the standards which you can upload from the website. Those are available. This is a representation of a rubric, and we'll be talking about those in the tutorial that follows the introduction. Well, here you have it. This is the teacher dashboard. This is what we'll be doing in the tutorial. I'll give you briefly a little overview. On the left is a control panel where you can look at your projects, your alerts, and connections. This is a project, and on the right side, you've got the project, you've got your alerts. You can see who has submitted their assignments, how many have not submitted, and whether any of them have been assessed. And at the bottom you can see for this project the teacher has made some comments to the whole class. And at the top there's the home button to get back to this screen. This is the settings tab where you're going to be setting up your class. And then this in the middle here is the projects tab where you'll be clicking to start your projects. So, look forward to talking with you in the next video.